watching another one of my videos. Today we're going to be talking about my postpartum kit and also just postpartum kits in general. If you're new here, my name's Courtney. I have a son who's currently 1 year old and I am currently pregnant with twins, a boy and a girl, who are due in October. There was a few things with Theodore that I tried, a few things that I didn't even go by. So today I'm gonna be talking about some of the typical things on a postpartum kit that you can add to your kit that may or may not be in my personal kit for various reasons. This first one I definitely recommend. That is a Peri bottle. So Peri bottle for the new moms, it looks like this. So this one my midwife gave me, so it came in my little care package. But I also got one at the hospital when Theodore had to go in for some light treatment for his jaundice that he got after birth. You just fill it with warm water every time you go to the bathroom, and you can spray it while you pee or after to kind of wash that area. This is like mostly for stitches, I think. So depending on where you get stitched or where you tore or got cut, whatever, you may or may not want to use these. My friend, her stitches were everywhere, so when she peed, obviously it burned. So then this would help dilute the pee so it doesn't burn so much. For me, I tore on the inside muscle because Theodore got stuck. He had shoulder dystocia, so his shoulder got stuck. So it kind of tore a little bit of the muscle inside. So when I went to the bathroom, the urine doesn't touch the inside. So I didn't actually need this. And actually when I used this, because everyone recommended it, it kind of put the flow like near there and then it burned. So it actually did the opposite of what it's supposed to do. This is one thing that I'm gonna have in mind. I'm in Canada, so the hospital gives you these. I don't know about the US, so if you have to pay for them and if they're really expensive at the hospital, you can get them on Amazon, so I'll be linking everything that I talk about down below. The second thing that I actually don't have with me because I'm not going to be using it, that a lot of women, they say helped them, they loved, they swear by, whatever, is Tux Pads. So they're like these little rings and they have like different ingredients on them, basically cooling agents like Witchhazel and like, I don't even know all the ingredients, to be honest. All I know is that there's Witchhazel in them, I'm pretty sure. So I did not buy them because my family is allergic to Witchhazel. So even when it goes on our faces, like a lot of people like Witchhazel for like toner or like when you get your eyebrows waxed. I always break out. So I did not want to buy something that had Witchhazel to put down there because you just gave birth and you had like this big trauma and now you're like testing if you're allergic to it. Like, no thank you. They do help with like cooling that area and giving you relief that way. They will not be in my personal postpartum kit. However, I've heard a lot of women love them. I'm not going to be using Witchhazel sprays or just any herbal spray for down there. I will not be using padsicles. I am very, very sensitive to cold. I used baby wipes instead of toilet paper when I went pee. And I would just like dab that area and even being room temperature, they were cold. It almost hurt. It did feel good, relieve that swelling for a little bit. But that's as cold as I want to go. I don't want to put frozen aloe gelled pads directly on that area because it almost like burns. I don't know if anybody else is like that or if I'm just crazy. Another thing that is like typical for or like is recommended by a lot of women is those nursing shirts. So they have kind of like a layer. You can kind of lift one up and then like feed your kid. I have 2 of those and I think that they're unnecessary. You're gonna spend your money buying these fancy shirts when you can just buy baggy shirts or wear pajamas. Like you just had a baby. You're not gonna need to go out for a while. Half the time, like the women that I know and my friends and everything, like they say like they're shirtless over half the time in their house because they're constantly like boobs out breastfeeding. I wouldn't recommend buying these fancy weird shirts that have like the little flap thing because then you have to like worry about the flap thing, and then you have to worry about like your bra, and then if the flap thing isn't big enough for your bra to like unclip it, then you're basically just like lifting up your shirt anyways. However, I did try them, so if they work for you, then they work for you, but they didn't work for me. This one's kind of like an in-between. So nursing bras, I don't recommend mostly, but like structured nursing bras, the ones that have like a demi fit and then a wire, but they still have the clip, you don't need those. For me, they're uncomfortable. They made me have more clogged ducts because like you're napping all the time. So if you're wearing this bra, then the wire here is gonna constrict stuff, and then you might get a clogged duct. Like you don't need a wire when you're just chilling at home. If you wanna buy one for like the odd time that you go out and you wanna dress up, then like, sure. But you don't need to buy like all these different types of structured nursing bras. Also, I found that when I bought nursing bras, because they're structured, my boobs either fit them or they didn't. And because when you're breastfeeding, you get really big right before and then like a little bit after, like when you give birth or whatever, then all of a sudden, like if you fit for that, then level off and your boobs get smaller, and then it won't fit properly. Because it's a structured bra, it's not like one that is very stretchy material and kind of stretches with you. It's something that is a sized bra. So I don't recommend structured sized nursing bras because you're gonna waste your money. You're gonna buy a lot of them because your boobs are going to fluctuate a lot, and they're uncomfortable and they may cause clogged ducts. However, there is nursing bras that I've linked below on Amazon that are very stretchy material. I actually got mine tailored to fit my band. They are obviously no wire, okay? So it's a very stretchy material, and it's just called a nursing bra because of these clips that they have on them. And honestly, if you find a cute like bralette, you can buy these clips on Amazon, and you can go to a tailor and say, put these clips on my bra, and they will do it. I did that. I turned a regular bra, a maternity bra, into a nursing bra. My boobs have been like really, really engorged in this, and they still fit, and then they've been really small after I stopped breastfeeding Theodore. And I still wear this, and I wear this now when I'm pregnant and have big boobs. It's very versatile, these types of bras. And there's different types too. This is Calvin Klein. So it's just like a piece of fabric. It does come with inserts that you can use if you want. This one's a little bralette, like sports bra thing that I got. These are the types of bras that you want to sleep in. They're super easy to like pull down. You're not gonna wreck your bra when you pull it down. That's what I recommend. Next thing I recommend is a pumping bra. So when you get a pump, especially like automatic or whatever, you wanna be able to do things around the house, and having that pumping bra hold the phalanges, I think they're called phalanges, in your bra, it will let you have your hands free. You can buy different ones. I currently have the Medela strapless one. There is ones I would recommend, the ones I linked below with the straps, because when cups fill with milk, they become heavy, and the strapless bra obviously like starts to fall. So then you're constantly like readjusting. So another one I actually haven't used, and I might actually buy this. I don't know. If you've used this, let me know, and if it actually works. Pain or itch spray. So this one's like Dermaplast, but there's like other brands. I linked another brand below because Amazon didn't have Dermaplast, but it's like a pain and itch spray. So I'm pretty sure it has a numbing agent in it, I think. But the biggest thing is like the itch part. When you have stitches, they do become itchy, so you don't want to itch it. So I feel like that would really, really come in handy. So I might actually add that to mine. I don't actually currently have it, and I didn't have to use it with Theo because, like I said, my stitches were inside and they never itched. The next one is a must-have, but only certain brands. So I've actually only tried one brand and I did not like it. but then my midwife gave me the midwife brand. So the next one is Nipple cream or butter. This is mostly for like cracked nipples, for bleeding nipples. When you're breastfeeding and you have cracked nipples, you don't want to breastfeed with that. You want to make sure that your nipple is healed before starting to breastfeed again on this side. You want to put something on there to help it. First thing you should try is your breast milk, pumping or like squeezing out a little bit of your breast milk, putting it on there, and then letting it air dry is like the best thing. It heals so quickly. It's a drastic, basically a slice through your nipple, which happened to me because Theo did not have a good latch. Literally, like you could look at it and it looked like someone just took a blade and went shh, like right through my nipple. It was awful. Midwives, if you have a midwife or if you know someone who has a midwife, get them to get this for you. Maybe ask them. I don't know if every midwife does, but one I had did. If you're in the Edmonton area, Lucina Midwives has it. So it is a nipple ointment. It has some sort of like numbing gel. It's definitely not to be consumed by your baby. You're supposed to wipe it off before breastfeeding, but it's to heal you crazy fast after like a cracked nipple situation. It numbs it so it no longer hurts. And then you literally, the next feed, and you're like, my nipple's magically healed. Like, it's like amazing. I do link a couple nipple butters below. I might try the purple one, like more commonly used in like the hospital, or like the name of it, I forget the brand. I'll be probably using that just for like all things. I'm not sure yet. It's nice to have on hand for sure. Another thing that I'm going to have in my stash, high-waisted underwear. I like the really, really big high-waisted underwear, or actually I heard Spanx. It's more comfortable, it's easier to put like a pad in, and then it holds all your organs in place and kind of puts that compression. A lot of women like, because after you give birth, it's like, where is everything? And everything kind of has to like go back into place. So it's nice to have something a little bit impressive. I know that there's like those wraps that you can put on your body. I just find those, they're kind of like, they remind me of like a corset because they like get so tight here, but then when you sit, you can't sit with it. So I would get something like Spanx, something that's gonna hold you in. But that's something that's going to be in my personal postpartum kit and that I would recommend you guys trying. Obviously in my postpartum kit, I'm going to have things like pads and diapers. So these are the diapers that I used for Theo. I didn't use as many as I thought I would. They are nice at the beginning, especially if you have a home birth. So they aren't that comfortable. Like they are, but they aren't. But they're really nice because they hold a lot. You can go to sleep and not worry about bleeding through your pad. These ones they're a little bit more messy, I found, but for really heavy flow right after birth, these are great for the first couple days. And then once you not as heavy, then I would steal some of these from the hospital. So these are like the best freaking things in the world. They're disposable. You can wear these and put your pad, you put your pad like inside, and then you just change your pad or whatever. But they're super stretchy. They're 96% polyester. So very stretchy material. I have 2 pairs from my sister, but the hospital provides these and I'm gonna snatch these up because these are amazing. So if your hospital has these, definitely take a couple of them if you're in Canada because it's free. And if they're in America, I don't know how much they are, but they're worth it. I don't know. I think you can also get these on Amazon. My friend told me. You can get like a big pack. So that's probably cheaper for the US people. One thing that I didn't try with Theo that I'm going to try now because my sister gave me a whole bunch of postpartum stuff is Sitz Bath. There's this one. It's the Earth Mama Organic. I don't think this has Witchhazel in it. Oh, it does, Kate. So I can't use this, guys. That sucks. Sad day. Oh well. If you know of a brand of Sitz Bath that doesn't have Witchhazel added, let me know in the comments below so I can try it out. But I was going to try this, but I guess not. Anyways, a lot of people recommend Sitz Baths. I think it like reduces swelling, just helps healing or whatever. I don't know. I just did showers. I didn't do baths. I didn't have time. I could barely go pee. I had my kid with me, so how do you have time to take a bath? Okay, so I don't think this one is needed. Aloe Gel, a lot of people like to buy Aloe Gel for their padsicles, so this is kind of like a padsicle one. but I'm not going to be using that. A lot of women like Aloe Gel and they usually use it on their pads. Okay, this one is a must need for any new mom out there. You need this one no matter what, just in case. It's always good to have on hand. So this one is Preparation H. Like literally I have like a brand new tube here. So this is for hemorrhoids. It shrinks them, but it also reduces itching, pain, swelling, and irritation. So I don't know what it's called. I think it's called a Fisher. I don't know what it's called. I will put it up here somewhere. Of what it's actually called. But when you get a hemorrhoid, when you push and you get a hemorrhoid, it can tear the sphincter, like the anus sphincter. And when you go to the bathroom every time, that tear opens. So your hemorrhoid might go back up and it's all good, but you still have this like hair that keeps tearing. And honestly, it sucks. It feels like someone is stabbing you with a knife or taking like a scalpel every time you go to the washroom and just cutting it over and over and over again. It's just like this huge cycle. So this stuff is really, really nice to relieve the tears. Another thing that I did use, but I used not directly, is an ice pack. So you can buy postpartum ice packs and they're like, I linked them below. They're like long, almost look like hot dog bun. And you can put them along that area. They're like the perfect shape. I recommend getting those because they're probably easier to maneuver, but I just had a regular ice pack and just that little bit of cool sensation on my pad and then on me helped me a lot. It wasn't very extreme, but it did help. So that's one thing that I'm going to put in my personal postpartum kit. Another thing that is recommended that by everybody, basically, stool softeners or little juice boxes of prune juice. After you give birth, I don't know what it is, but you kind of get a little bit constipated. So you can get a little bit constipated. So you want to make sure that you're taking a stool softener or having a high fiber diet when breastfeeding, because it does feel like you're giving birth again. And you can also create more hemorrhoids and those tears. Do yourself a favor, get some stool softeners. My postpartum kit will also have protein bars in there and a bottle of water because you need to stay hydrated, and sometimes you don't have time to eat. You're constantly tending to your babies. I'm gonna be tending to 2 babies, so I feel like it's double, and I'm not gonna have time to make a snack sometimes, so I feel like a protein bar just right beside me is gonna be a good snack. So then I can heal, because you should be eating and you should be drinking, so you can heal as well. Also Tylenol, it's a great painkiller. I got 3 to 4 stitches and I was only prescribed Tylenol, but I do recommend just to have it just in case. If you don't tear, then great, but you might still experience cramping and your uterus kind of going back to normal. You're not feeling the best. Even if you don't tear, I would definitely put Tylenol in your bag. The next one I saw on like a Pinterest thing and I was like, that's a good idea. Pee pads, like dog pee pads. So you can buy these even at the dollar store. You can get like, I don't even know, like 10 for like $2. And you put them on your bed when you go to bed. And just in case, like this with a pad, sometimes as you're sleeping, the pad can kind of move and then you're bleeding and goes on your sheets. So if you don't want that, put a little pee pad under your bum before you go to bed, and it saves you from a big stain. Baby wipes are going to be in my postpartum kit. I know that might sound weird, but like I said before, it really, really helped me to have one, not a dry piece of toilet paper when going to the bathroom, but this soothing damp towelette. It's a nice way to cool you down, and you will pee very frequently, so it does help. It worked good for me. I also feel cleaner too. Like you're dealing with a lot of like gross stuff. A lot of stuff's coming out of you, especially with these. These things are so messy. Like they're just so handy to have. The last one I've never tried, and I'm going to because my sister gave it to me. It's really cool. It's like this like donut. So it's an inflatable rubber ring, and people who broken like their tailbone and they like can't sit on a chair, they use this. But also for women like postpartum, because all of your like girl bits are in the hole and it's just your butt cheeks and your thighs touching the ring. There's no like pressure, which is nice, especially if you have like a lot of stitches. and stuff like that. Like you want something like that. So my postpartum kit is very basic. The things that I'm actually using, like baby wipes, bras I talked about, Peri Bottle. Here's some stool softener example. Just like Restorelax, this is just the no-name version. Operation H, diapers, pads, the donut. That's about it. That's all I'm gonna be using. That I don't really like to do anything too extravagant, but I really wanted to give new moms watching this kind of a bigger example list of things that a lot of women do use. I hope you liked this video. I hope it helped you find what is right for you and your postpartum kit and your postpartum journey. If I missed anything, please comment below to let the people watching this video know that I missed something very important that helped you. So if you liked this video or it helped you at all, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button for more motherhood videos. Also follow me on Instagram at MiniWitzFamily. Thank you so much for watching. See ya.